Hey there creepy collectors, how's it going? It's Douglas here at Drownboy Productions, bringing you another Screaming Ghostface Collectors video. In today's video we've got some really cool items, and unfortunately a lot of those items come with some not so cool circumstances. One of which I kind of actually had to not release that video, and I'm re-recording some of those items in today's video because I was pretty upset. So I guess let's go ahead and just dive into that straight away. So first things first, we have another awesome piece that is re-entering the collection. This is something that I used to own a couple of years ago, and unfortunately whenever I sold off the collection, this is one of the pieces that went. But I've been wanting it back pretty much ever since I sold it, and finally the occasion arrived in which I could get that back. So I'm happy to present to you all an original tagged mask and cape EU. Check it out. Most Screaming Ghostface fans kind of don't care for them because the big droop hood, and I mean it's also a cape attached instead of like a full costume, like the all-in-one, or you know, it's like a bodysuit. It's not like sleeves and all that. You know what I'm talking about, those of you who have seen them. But yeah, essentially this is pretty much what you get here, which would have been like what we call a deluxe hood mask or a droop hood mask in the old school styles, with a EU mask of course on there, and it has a full cape attached. Obviously they do have a variant of this, which is pretty much just the deluxe masks as they've been called all these years. I think the official name is the droop hooded masks, but it would essentially be the same thing but with no cape attached. So yeah, pretty cool piece. What I really love about this is the tag style. And also, this piece was originally found by none other than Paul J. Vick, aka Perfect Ugly. Paul found this a while back while doing some Halloween hunting, and I think he found this along with several other Fun World pieces at a Goodwill, and if you can see the price there, $4. I paid a good bit more than that, and this was actually a trade to get it back, so I did not buy it back, but super cool. I kind of love the fact that they've got like the glow-in-the-dark lettering instead of the glow star. I think that's a really, really cool effect, but of course the glow star is much more welcome. And it still smells really strongly of vanilla. You just gotta love it when those masks keep that smell. So that was item number one in the package that upset me. The next item is the piece that it actually kind of upset me about, because this is a really, really cool piece. And I think they are technically one of the more common Ghostface merchandise items, but just finding them sealed in general, yet again, not super common. These aren't super rare, but usually when they pop up, fans will buy them, so they're hard to get a hold of for that reason. They're sought after. But what we have here is an original ASIS purple box version of their light set. As I'm sure many of you can see, it looks a little beat up. This whole end here crushed, unfortunately, and that unfortunately was due to the way that the person who traded me this packaged it. I will show you guys what they sent it in and you'll see why I'm upset, but unfortunately the box no longer will stand up on its own. I was really hoping to display this alongside the other light sets that I have, particularly the one that came before this, which, just to show you guys this set and to get a little bit of contrast going on, pretty much full window showing you all the lights, Scream tin light set, pretty awesome. This is the black ASIS packaging, of course. And then we have what came next. I believe this came next. So then we have this set, which only shows 6 of the lights, and then we have the image of them all hanging up here, which is a cool classic image. And just to read this for the decorating ideas, because I always love the way Fun World writes this up. Crawling over bushes, creeping around a doorway, peeking out of a tree, meandering along the mantle, winking out a window, sneaking up a staircase, hiding in a corner, and wriggling around a wreath. So there's all the different things that you can do with this light set. But yeah, I was really hoping to display it with these two side by side standing up. I thought that would be really cool so you could see the package differences and just how things changed, but unfortunately, due to the way that it was crushed, this will no longer stand up, so it will have to lay down, but just look at those packaging differences. And there actually is at least one more light set. I think this is the only other light set. I could be wrong. Part of me feels like there's one more out there that I'm just not thinking of, but I'll go ahead and show you guys. So here's the other one. This is the hanging variant. Obviously the box versions would have had to just sit on shelves, whereas they could hang a whole bunch of these up. There's the image that is on the box. There's the lights. And as you can see, unfortunately, one of these is broken. And that's why I was so upset, because the person that traded me this is someone who's been in the hobby for a while. They definitely know better than to do something like this, but they decided to send me this rare tagged mask and this rare boxed set of lights that are easily able to be broken in one of these. You know, the paper mailers? It's literally just paper. There's no bubble wrap, no extra security, nothing. And that wasn't the worst of it. The adhesive on the inside, as you can see here, actually did remove some of the coloration, I guess, on the box, so it just got even more beat up and even more messed up in transit, even though it shouldn't have, because you should never package something like this. Like, genuinely, if any of you out there are watching and you're thinking of buying, selling, or trading Scream, Ghostface, other collectibles, it doesn't matter. Don't send someone's valuable collectibles, especially something that's old, hard to be replaced, can't be repaired, stuff like that. Don't send those things in one of these. You can go to Walmart, you can spend the 72 to 75 cents, maybe even $1 for a brand new box if it's that necessary, or if you're someone who constantly has things coming in, like I do, reuse some of the boxes that you get. If they're not destroyed, if they're still good enough that you can totally package stuff up in it and send it out without worrying of the box disintegrating and falling apart, etc., I'm fine with that. I think you should be able to recycle those boxes, and I think that's okay, but why? So just a word of caution or a word of advice, just don't. Don't send things like this. Don't do it. But the damage aside, I still am really happy about receiving both of those pieces yet again. I think that completes the light set. Maybe I'm missing one, but I think that's pretty much at least a packaged example of all the lights, and now I have a tagged example of the ASIS EU mask and cape, which, by the way, those did not only come in the EU variant, but they also released them, I know for a fact, on TD, and I think I've seen one or two out there that actually had a T-stamp mask on it. Alright, next up, guys, we got a large box here that is full of some 2022 or late 2021 stock from Fun World. This is mostly supposed to be 25th anniversary masks. I think there's also one of the fade in and out variants that I ordered from this place, but this could have some negative connotations. This could be good. I guess we'll find out, but from what I've seen, most people that have been receiving the new stock or the second run, because I do believe it is a second run, of 25th anniversary masks have unfortunately been having those blue spots that happened on the collector's edition masks. I'm sure many of you out there have actually been commenting on the videos asking if I'm aware of them, and I did mention it in a previous video where I got some first run stock of 25th anniversary. My friend Nate Reagan over at Reagan Productions actually already did a video covering his 25th anniversary second run stock and talking about some of the blue spots. So if you guys are interested in seeing that video, go check it out. But let's go ahead and tear into this box. Alright, I'm gonna just drop this invoice off of here. Well, it looks like they removed the Mutant Reaper light effect mask, which I don't know why it says Mutant Reaper. That was supposed to be my light up mask. I don't know. I guess I'll check and make sure I didn't pay for that, but at least shows that it's not in here. Maybe they haven't received it yet. I'm not sure. With a little bit of this off the top, and look at that, guys. It's a box full of 25th anniversary masks. What are they going to look like? Are they going to have good paint application? Are they going to be completely spotless, beautiful, perfect masks? Let's take a look. Alright, pulling this first one up off the top here. Got some plastic over the face. Well, I do notice one little blue spot, unfortunately. It looks like, oh, there's a second one. There's also like fibers maybe off of the shrouds that's all over the masks. It almost looks like soot from whenever the old school masks, cotton shroud masks, start to break down. We've discovered that they will have like this weird soot on them from the shroud deteriorating. Yeah, so looking at this mask here, pretty perfect, except for there's a blue spot there and right up there. So this is one of the better looking masks, not too bad. Paint application, not terrible. It seems that most of this run, for whatever reason, has this little top notch here at the top of the nose, not painted, so I guess that's something to look forward to with these. Moving right along, mask number 2. Oh, this one is much worse. Unfortunately, this one is much worse. So, we've got blue stains alongside the temple there. We do have some of the blue dots. Looking on that side of the mouth, you guys can definitely see that. There's a dot up there. This is rather unfortunate. Pretty much the same thing with the paint application, except for I've never seen this before. I've never seen the bottom of the mouth not painted that much. Alright, I don't have a lot to say about that one. Let's move on. So far, 2 for 2 have spots. Number 3, also right out of the gate, it looks like we've got at least one good spot. We got a spot there on the cheek. We've got a spot right here in between the eyes. Look at the paint application on the mouth there. I don't know how well you guys can really see that, but like all of this isn't painted up here. It kind of just looks like a normal mouth cut on camera from what I can see. Oh, there's a blue spot down there. Wonderful. This isn't good, guys. Alright, moving right along. Here we have another mask that maybe doesn't have it? Could it be? Well, there's a couple spots on the back of the chin there, and I guess I can see a little bit of kind of haziness right there. That's probably it starting. Right below the nose here, it's a little bit of, I guess, paint overspray or defect. You look at the way that that's stenciled, that's just, yeah. God dang it. Alright, let's take a look here. This mask is looking pretty great right off the front. Well, I guess they can't. Even the good ones can't be perfect. So this one doesn't seem to have any of the blue stains. This is the first one, what, 4 in, that doesn't seem to have the blue stains. It still does have like kind of some scuffs here on the cheek. And unfortunately a mold defect right there on the top of the nose where it didn't quite fill in with vinyl. A little bubble happened. But at least we're not seeing blue spots on this one. Alright, let's see. Another mask. This one right off the jump absolutely does have at least 2 of them. Right there on the cheek. Right there on the mouth. And I guess right there on the eye. Oh, at least the paint application on this one looks pretty solid. The top of the nose isn't quite filled in, but most of the way filled in. I also am noticing the color difference on these tags. Like some of them look more black, whereas some of them look more of like the maroonish type color. Okay, let's see this one. Could it be another one with no blue? Maybe? It's definitely still got like a little bit of scuffage. Looks like maybe a little bit of blue right at the very edge over here, so that wouldn't be super noticeable. The paint application on this one's not bad. A little bit of paint flecks over here on the side of the mouth, and then still the top of the nose isn't painted in, but other than that, this is a pretty good looking copy. This might be one of the worst looking ones yet, and not even because of dots, which it does seem to have many of them. Or like, is this paint? It's got something all over the face. And this isn't even like the soot stuff that I'm wiping off with the others where it's like the shroud material. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but it's got like specks all over the face. Very odd. It's also a very thin floppy mask, like as you guys can see by how the head is deformed and it just wants to fall down due to the shape of the tag. Or the weight of the tag, rather. The shape has absolutely nothing to do with that, but you get what I'm saying. Here's another copy. Seems to have the same issues as the last one, where it's got like speckles all over the face. It looks like it was just in the same room with someone that was airbrushing, and little paint particles just got all over the face, because it's just like fine mist. This one at least does seem to not have any of the blue dots. I'm not seeing blue dots on it, but it does have the fine mist, and the tag on this one a little bit beat up on the back. I know I'm definitely being nitpicky here, guys, but I feel like this is necessary because this is like supposed to be their collector's edition product. This is supposed to be the high-end stuff. There's another blue dot on this one. So that's it. That's all 10 of mine. I think we had, what, 2 or 3 that didn't really seem to be affected by it. And one of those, unfortunately, even the tag was really scuffed up on it. But this is genuinely just kind of disappointing. This is supposed to be their high-end collector's product, and it almost seems like collector's products are cursed for Ghostface or for Fun World, because anytime they put out a collector's product, it's something that's either not what collectors would want, or it's harmful to collectors' collections, like these. Most of these masks I would not display out in the open amongst all these other masks. I would not put them next to any other Ghostface masks in fear that it would cause them to get the blue spots as well. So most of these masks would stay in quarantine or be in a completely different room. But I just feel like collectors really shouldn't be having to deal with this. I don't know why this is happening again. Apparently the official email that was put out by Fun World says that it's not mold or a bacterial infection, that it's just something that's caused by an impurity in the vinyl, and maybe that's the case, but from what we've seen so far, pretty much anytime these blue dots are popping up, it's because of these special shrouded masks. I had heard in the past that it's something to do with the dye in the fabric and the way that it reacts with the vinyl that causes the vinyl to get the spots. And I have seen a couple of these, specifically second run 25ths, that are unshrouded, that you can see the blue literally like in every single spot in the stitching hole of where the shroud is stitched to the mask. It has those blue stains. So it seems like it could definitely be something to do with that. I don't know, it just seems kind of like a reverse of what happened in 2011 with the collector's edition masks, because the production masks for Scream 4, which they were modeled after, caused the spots. Then, the first run collector's edition masks caused the spots. The second run masks were perfect, no issues at all. The HHN masks were perfect, no issues at all. Then next up we had the Resurrection masks with those style shrouds, and they caused the spots again. Then first run 25th anniversary. Perfect, great, no problems, at least as far as the shroud and spots and all that's concerned. Then we get to the second run collector's edition masks, and they're causing spots, the shrouds are shredding, or shedding rather, and that's just really unfortunate. I'm not saying don't buy it, I'm not saying don't go after them, because there's plenty of people out there that still buy and go after the collector's edition masks that did have the spots. So if you're someone who just wants one of these masks, wants a decent looking mask stuffed up, on display in your collection, maybe you're not a huge Screaming Ghostface collector, I'm not advising you against getting them, but I am saying if you do get them, definitely be wary of the issues that they have, and possibly be wary of like displaying them alongside some of your other higher priced collectibles, or really any other vinyl masks, period. And I think that about does it for today's video. I feel like there's something that I forgot in the last video. Now I remember what it is. As the great DJ Khaled would say, another one. So yeah, now I have two standees, and it's not because I needed to, or wanted to, or even had the space for two of them, but rather because I asked both theaters in my area to let me have the standee in case the other theater did not call me back, and they both called me back, and I couldn't just let them throw it away. Well, in the process of recording this, I accidentally knocked off my camera, and I think the autofocus is now broken, and I can't get it to focus at all, so the camera in general may be broken. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you don't see a video for a while, it's because I have to replace this camera. Hopefully it works out fine, but yet again, hope you guys enjoyed it. Love you all, thank you for watching, and see you next time. Hey everybody, thank you for watching this far, and I just wanted to say a few things before we go. First up, before anyone tries to contact me, none of these masks are for sale. I am not selling these. Several of these were picked up for some friends that were not able to get in on the first run. Those have already been claimed. And then there's going to be several others I will be setting aside for myself to keep, and then the rest I will be giving away at just random points in the future. And lastly, I just wanted to say the quality of these masks does not reflect the quality of the retailer that you receive them from, so just try and be a little bit lenient during this time, whether you got them from Crypt Keepers, whether you got them from Capel's, Nightmare Toys. It doesn't matter who you order them from. Understand that everyone has had issues during this whole process, so it's not unique to your retailer. Yet again, thank you all for watching, and I just wanted to mention we will be doing a giveaway at 15,000 subscribers. I will be giving away one of these 25th anniversary Ghostface masks along with several other spooky goodies. Love you all, and see you next time.